Hello, 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 everyone. It is I, Mr. Staleman, your resident sleeper, and you're here for Limbus Company, I'm assuming. Let us pivot to that. So, there's been a recent update. The Hell's Chicken event, which is released in Identity, two of them, one that you could collect for free by playing through the event itself if you've completed Chapter 3 with Gregor's sous chef identity, and the other released identity is Ryoshu's identity here, Chef de Cuisine. It's 3-star, obviously. There's a banner related to the 3-star release, and I pulled on it once. I did not get Ryoshu. I did get Sinclair's ego. If we have, there are two egos that are given, or no, there's one ego that's given with, up here. There's one ego that is provided, which will be Don's ego for Lifetime Stew. It provides you with an additional amount of Bongi plushies, which you're supposed to collect in order to get all of the goodies that the game is presenting to you here. I can attest to the fact that you're going to want at least 1% bonus available as you're going through the story. So if you have the lunacy, the tickets available to just pull on the banner once or twice to acquire someone like Sinclair or Ryoshu, that would be very beneficial to you. I would, honestly, it would be preferable for you to pick someone like Sinclair over Ryoshu, because then you can just have Sinclair's ego available, and I believe that you don't even need to have them in the fight itself. Although, yeah, they just have to be on the team in order to increase the amount of plushies that you earn. And as you can see here, I only have 354 with completing 5 stages, and we are expected to complete something like 6,000. So it's a long, long way. You're going to want as many of these plushies as possible. So I've already completed a couple of these stages here. I'm just playing a couple of these on stream because I felt like it would be a good slice for the rest of you all to see what the event has to offer. One thing that is interesting here is this is canonical. This is a segment, a bridge between chapters 3 and chapters 4. I don't know how they're going to bridge what the end of chapter 3.5 offers into chapter 4, but it is leaving me curious. At the moment, this is a pivot to the lighthearted, which I had criticized in an earlier stream, where pivoting from chapter 1's seriousness into chapter 2's lightheartedness felt jarring. And I think that this is a good balance for the tones that they're trying to maintain here. Having the lighthearted bits be localized towards events is good. It allows for the story to take breathers on dour moments. The end of chapter 3 was particularly hit on a particular down note. So having something as funny and dumb as a cooking contest between the sinners against sentient chickens, it's a lot of fun. Now, up until this point, in order to catch those that are unfamiliar with the story up to speed, the sinners go back to K-Corp and they go towards a restaurant, a chicken place that is currently experiencing an issue with the owner being distorted. Now, a distortion, if we pull back to Library of Ruina, is a It is a mental manifestation where the ego of an individual breaks, and they distort their desire, they distort their motivation for being, essentially. And typically they become, grotesque monsters or manifestations of their desire that is it is trying to achieve that desire that turned them into this thing. They turn themselves into something that can achieve the goal that they care about, or they turn into something that will reject the desire that turned them into a distortion. The group split into two teams. Gregor's team is filled with Heathcliff, Mersault, Don, Yiseng, and Honglu, and Ryoshu's team is split into Ryoshu, Rodion, Otis, Ishmael, Sinclair, and Faust. They are competing against one another for whatever reason. And at the moment, where I am in the story, Gregor and Ryoshu have already served their dishes. Gregor did not serve a good dish, neither did Ryoshu. The distortion is being served dishes because the core of its distortion is that it's trying to reclaim or remember a recipe for cooking chicken. And in order to defeat these distortions, at least this one, they're trying to meet it where it's at and defeat it by providing it the recipe that it's looking for. People can revert from their distorted state. This is something that was shown in Distortion Detective, which is a novelette that Project Moon created that isn't finished because they are now planning to release a game surrounding Distortion Detective. It's a whole thing. So let's just get into the swing of things here. Can anyone tell me what this food is meant to be?
뭐? 누구 마음대로 감자를 빼냐? 이거 어이없는 새끼네.
Okay, but why is the chicken so brutally torn to bits?
우리 동네에서는 손으로 닭을 쭉쭉 찢어 먹곤 하였지. 참 별미가 아닐 수 없어.
And what's this black thing? Why is a lump of coal in the pan?
가만 보니까 입도 없는 놈이 트심만 잡네. 너 이거 먹어볼 줄이나 아냐?
So the timer that it showed up at the top was the number of meals that it's been served so far. And the assumption is that once it gets to the last meal, it is going to take us into the dungeon.
망설임이 없도록.
Now the thing about these chickens is that they have a surprising amount of power. As you can see, they're gaining +7s and +9s for their coins. They're strong, but they have zero defenses, really.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
거치적거리지만 마. 끝이.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
거치적거리지만 마.
우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
거치적거리지만 마.
처리했습니다.
Perfect.
최선을 다해보지. 아이, 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야? 명령대로.
알겠어.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를
Okay,
모아서
perfect.
뚫어보자고.
This'll work.
명령대로. 이봐, 버틸 자신 있어?
모든 결과들은 파우스트가.
밀어붙이려면 지금이야. 승리. 한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
Is this the only one?
망설임이 없도록. 이것이 궁극의 처리했습니다.
So we're also affected by the burn.
아니, 이게 어떻게 된 일이오? 먹지도 않았는데 숫자가 깎여버리지 않았어.
He says it's not even worth evaluating since what you said of it scared away his appetite.
이 뱉었던 음절수에 비해 너무 해석이 길지 않나?
물소, 철회해 주시오.
Hold it, let me ask you guys this first. Have any of you even tasted this thing? You can't just feed others things you haven't even tried yourselves. We're trying to please someone.
시기 자식. 오랜만에 맞는 소리를 하는.
The tension was thicker than when we were preparing for battle.
나를 그런 눈으로 보지 마시오.
이 한 몸 희생해서 세상의 비틀림을 돌려놓을 수만 있다.
Don Quixote shut her eyes tight.
진짜 답답하네. 아무나 좀 먹어보란 말이야.
Heathcliff grabbed a lump out of the serving and shoved it into the nearest person's mouth. Oh shit, Mersault. Mersault stood completely still at the unexpected taste test. Did that kill him on the spot?
이번에 본인은 정말 아무 짓도 하지 않았어. 베르길리우스 나리가 혹여나 책임을 묻는다면.
Mersault turned to Heathcliff very slowly.
전반적으로 간이 잘못되었다. 닭고기를 적절하게 익히지 못하여 비린내와 잡내를 잡는 것에 실패했고 소스는 지나치게 걸쭉해서 깊은 맛이 나지 않는다. 닭고기를 너무 들쭉날쭉히 토막냄으로써
Jesus Christ.
못한다.
이거 미쳤어? 말 다 했냐?
아니,
None.
끝이 아니다.
I have not finished. Holy fuck, bro. Who knew that Mersault was such a connoisseur?
조합이 너무나 엉망진창. 그걸 먹은 내 입도 진창. 당신은 설탕이 부족하다고 버터 2스푼 반을 잘라 담고 허나 내 입 못 버텨.
Mersault simply belonged right in the gutter.
미안하오.
이상. 당신은 이름값을 하는 건지 이상한 음식을 이상하게 만드는 건 내 일을 상하게 할 이상인가? 내 이야기는 여기까지. 이상.
잠깐. 쟤 모이씨인가?
보통의 사람들은 자세히 이야기할수록 핵심을 받아들이지 못하더군. 그러니 지금까진 구태여 길게 이야기하지 않으려 한 것이다. 그리고
그럼 이번에는 메르소 씨가 요리를 하시면 되겠네요.
Honglu swiftly made a suggestion with a shower of claps to break the frigid tension before his turn to be condemned came around.
저희가 물심양면으로 도와드릴게요.
나는 조수를 두는 걸 선호하다.
걱정 마시오. 실망시키지 않겠어.
Don Quixote bravely exclaimed, rolling up her sleeves.
요리는 내 전문 분야가 아니지만 뜻이 그렇다면 기꺼.
But let's have a look at Ryoshi's team then. While there was a spectacle occurring on Gregor's team, the air had grown tense among Ryoshi's crew.
하지만 대체 짜면서도 싱거워야 하고 너무 달진 않아야 하지만 달콤해야 하고 너무 익혀서는 안 되지만 적당히 탄 음식은 대체 어떻게 만들어야?
Sinclair yelled, throwing the apron he had been wearing to the floor. Thank you for blazing one out for Limbus Company. Gentolia. I'm certainly not toking if that is what you're suggesting, but I celebrate in spirit with those that are participating in 420.
못 해먹겠어요. 차라리 이스마엘 씨가 말한 것처럼 히스클리프 씨와 팔씨름에서 이기는 게 더 쉬울지도 모르겠네요.
그건 그냥 농담으로 확률적으로 계산한다면 그건 싱클레어 씨 키가 일주일 안에 5cm 이상이 자랄 수 있다는 것만큼 터무니없는 말.
Oh, holy dude!
조용히 해요. 다 똑같으니까.
고작 그 정도의 충고에도 징징거리는 꼴이라니 나약하고 한심하군.
그렇게 자신 있으시면 오티스 씨가 직접 해보는 게 어떠세요?
Oh no. As courageous as his rebuttal was, his eyes were shut tight.
어쩔 수 없군. 비켜서라 패잔병들. 결국 이 몸이 나서야 하는 것인가.
In a series of turbulent events I didn't fully catch, Mersault took up Gregory's culinary antennae and hat. The kitchen grew busy as Gregor's sinners moved according to Mersault's orders.
이것 보시오. 귀엽게 별 모양으로 깎.
감자는 정사각형으로 반드시 잘라야 한다. 골고루 익혀야 하기 때문이다.
그렇지 마.
정사각형 5cm.
Mersault looked more charismatic than ever with the mantle of head chef upon his shoulders.
알게 뭐야. 닭 요리가 거기서 거기겠지. 그 잃어버린 레시피라는 것도 알고 보면 뭐 정성 한 스푼, 노력 세 스푼 반 이런 거 아니었을까?
아, 감자는 이렇게 요리하는 것이었군요.
설마 바삭하게 구워진 채로 수확되는 거라고 생각했냐?
아, 저를 바보 취급하시는군요. 때가 되면 무르익은 감자 열매가 나무에서 떨어지는 것 정도는 알고 있어요.
Oh, Honglu.
아니에요, 히스클리프 씨. 어? 왜 갑자기 다지기용 방망이를 들고?
감자의 말갛게 꽃이 피었어. 아, 이런 척박한 환경에도 결국 봉오리는 튀우는구려.
That means that it's spoiled.
여기 있다는 신호이니 당장 분질러 버려야 한다. 돈키호테, 압수하도록.
알겠네.
아니래요.
Please do not do so.
탄 것대로
For
의미가
things
있어.
are significant.
사실 탔다는 것은 인간들이 정의하는 허구의 개념일 뿐이고 그 본질은 변한 것이 아닐지도 모르오. 고온에 장시간 노출이 되어 겉표면이 일정색 이상 변질되었고 매캐한 냄새가 나는 걸 타는 것이라고 한다. 그리고 이것은 안까지 탔군. 장기적인 섭취를 할 경우 몸에 부정 반응을 일으킬 수 있으므로 버려.
True.
섭섭.
Mersault became a ruthless chef while Yi Seng remained mostly unhelpful. Heathcliff was peeling ingredients at a surprisingly brisk
말
pace.
걸지 마. 집중력 깨지니까. 칼 따위는 사치야. 진정한 가난뱅이는 쇠숟가락 하나만으로도
합격이다. 비스듬한 방향으로 깎은 것에 노련미가 보인다는 점에서 가산점을 주겠다.
아싸!
똑바로 보다. 재료는 골고루 넣어야 한다. 편식이나 해대니까 키가 안 자라는 거다.
전 아직 성장기란 말이에요. 아마도요.
그리고 영양을 불균형하게 섭취하니까 머리가 그렇게 하얗게 새는 거지.
파우스트는 본래
손이 그렇게 거칠어지게 된 것도 다 편식 때문에 그런 거다.
네? 이건 오랜 뱃일 때문에 그런 거예요. 오티스 씨, 나는 어때?
정신없게 소리 지르지 마라. 경박스럽다.
Oh, Otis. I am looking forward to what they produce at the end of this stage. Maybe it's going to be 2 stages.
가장 순수한 세상으로.
최선을 다해 임하겠습니다.
Right, here we are.
도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
Perfect.
정화.
Damn. Perfect.
한 방 먹였네.
Okay.
이슬을 모아서 뚫어보자고.
This one. I.
명령대로.
Fantastic. Okay, perfect.
한 방 먹였네.
Really, I need to eliminate one of these as quickly as possible because they're reducing the sanity that I have. And with the reduction of sanity, I have less of a chance to positively hit the coins that I want.
정화.
Oh,
아까처럼
fantastic.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야. 한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
정화.
Really, Faust is a... I'm starting to think here that Faust is sort of a requirement
최선을 다해보자.
for this stage, considering how strong she is with her stabbing ability, her gripping ability.
정화.
Okay. A shame that I didn't get the positive roll, but
이봐. 버틸 자신 있어?
okay, I've killed 2 of them.
승리가 눈앞에 있거든. 아,
Didn't get the positive.
한 방 먹였네. 이 기세를 모아서
You can
뚫어보자고.
see that that negative 15 there is gonna make things worse. This you will kill a heat if ever. Much needed sanity. Hawaiian Hong Lu was the VIP for me, getting sick more. You know, I have Hawaiian Hong Lu. I could always use it. Generally, I'm not a fan of using sinners that I don't enjoy their personality, typically. And Hong Lu's my least favorite character so far
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
in the game that's been shown. But I don't know. Kurokumo, Hong Lu put in work during the Refraction Railway, so maybe I should just get over it.
명령대로.
그렇게 무르진 않네.
I mean, I am curious though how you dealt with the Tails rolls,
한 방 먹였네.
because Hong Lu is sort of made or broken by all of the whether or not his sanity is positive or not.
뒤적거리지만 마.
Well, isn't his passive that he gains SP Gaiety? Like 3 linked greens gives him additional SP.
관리자님 덕분에 승리를 거둘 수 있었습니다.
All right. So I got 5 tickets. I got
쓸만한 곡이 있어.
Gregor. And got 3 more tickets. I should probably pivot to using Gregor in order to get additional tickets here. Probably. Chink is one of the best attacks the game. Grippy Foss can boost sanity with her whistle passive if you have the oranges. I do have the oranges. I could probably, now that I'm switching out of using Gregor, I could switch into using an orange build with Kurokumo, everything.
나는
Let
너무
me-
걱정하지 말고 먼저 퇴근하도록. 상관이 고된 일을 맡는 게 당연한 일이지.
Boxes here, and let me extract these 5 coins. I'm currently trying to acquire the Don Quixote ego because I've already acquired the Sinclair ego here. I could always pivot to acquiring Ryoshu, the chef, but I have the other Ryoshu, so it's not a necessity, right? Okay, nothing good. Nothing good. Alright, we're getting close to the end here. Alright, this is the last one. Just absolute nothing. Great. No, fantastic. I love that. That's awesome.
나는 너무 걱정하지 말고 먼저 퇴근하도록. 상관이 고된 일을 맡는 게 당연한 일이지.
They still haven't added the numbers yet. Oh, the last one is just like the full-on dungeon boss. Okay. I didn't know. You know we only have 2 chances left, right, team? Why don't we start with mersaults, made by following the formula to a T. Cooked with pinpoint precision, mersault's dish looked like a picture in a cookbook came to life. Okay, we have something that looks like an actual serving, so that's a start. After having a taste of the dish, the restaurant owner quietly savored the food, contemplating on it for a while. I had to ruminate on this dish for a long time. It was an excellent serving in all tangible ways, like the smell, the taste, and the way it's presented. However, I felt that it was still missing something I couldn't quite describe with words. And that was professionalism as a cook. The ironic smidgen of blemish within perfection is why this dish cannot get a pass, unfortunately. Literally described. This dish is perfect. In every way. It is immaculate. And that's why you have failed. Because no dish can be this immaculate if you are a chef.
갑자기 품격 있는 심사위원장이 된 것 같네요.
누가 저 새끼 가면 벗겨봐. 뒤틀렸다는 게 삐뚤어진 정신머리를 뜻하는 걸 수도 있잖아.
인정한다. 그래도 후회 없는 승부였다고 생각한다.
At least the chickens aren't attacking us this time. With only 1 chance remaining, Otis brought her dish to the table. It looks neat, nothing too fancy, but still nice and clean. What do these couple of needles on the dish mean, Otis? They look like a clock's hands.
관리자님을 존경하는 마음을 담아 소박하게나마 장식을 해보았습니다.
I love Otis. He does so much. I'd give it bonus points if I could. The restaurant owner's comment that followed was too sensational for me to put into words.
이게 뭐니? 왜 머리에 해괴망측한 가면이나 쓰고 있는 거야? 엄마 때는 말이야. 별별 일 다 겪어도 어떻게든 사라졌어. 고작 그런 거 가지고 낙담하면 이 험한 세상을 어떻게 살아갈래 정말?
Mother was always like that. Rather than kind, caring words, she would scold me with her nitpicky lectures. She was so picky about chickens, too, rarely touching a piece anyone else would take in a heartbeat. Running this restaurant, I had forgotten something important.
어머니,
Now's our chance. The distortion or whatever on him is weakening.
이것 보세요. 사장님 앞에 이 안으로 들어가야 하는.
대체 OT 요리는 뭐가 달랐던 거야?
진입하지 제군들. 끝장을 보러 간다.
Alright, cool. That's actually kind of nice. Okay then. Each turn when dealing damage. I mean, this right here is busted. Starting with Eclipse of Scarlet Moths already? Okay. If we're doing a lust, it's going to be you, Grippy Faust, Rodion, and Otis. We have the one who grips here, Fluid Sac, Ryoshu, Rokumo, with Flame and no Teth, Honglu, with Kurokumo as well, because of the passive, Rodion, Kurokumo as well, with Mensch Flame Rhymeshank, Otis with 7 Section, Ebony Stem, Yasunyata, Pathos. Perfect. I think that we're gonna slay here. These are where we collect the chickens, I'm guessing. Or maybe these are like chicken exclusive events. Is there... Nope, it doesn't describe them in the legend. That's what I'm gonna guess here. And this is going to be the boss. I don't know how many floors there are in this dungeon, but here is to... Here's to victory. Cloud Cutter is busted. It triggers the double attack based off bleed duration, not bleed stacks. I thought that it was bleed duration. Or I thought that it was bleed stacks. If it doesn't trigger off of bleed stacks, then yeah. Cloud Cutter is insanely busted. This isn't gonna be fun. I can get away with that. Okay, I won all of the clashes. That's good. Oh, and this one's already staggered. Good. Okay, I can get ahead. Maybe I can kill with this alone? I'm gonna hope that I can. Let's go with Cloud Cutter here. Clean up. Predictive analysis is unopposed. You're good. Damn, didn't kill. A shame. There's Cloud Cutter, just doing massive amounts of damage for no reason. Okay, the gripping, more the gripping, focus strike, predictive analysis, activating the passive here, and then activating whistles. Honestly, of all of the characters that I have available so far, Grippy Faust is probably one of the strongest that I've used. I mean, between the egos that you have available on Faust and the passive that you have available, it's just, there's a lot to like about all of her skills. Even her purple skills are pretty good. We'll just...
거치적거리지만 마.
Alright. Use identity to level up here. I mean, boss is probably going to be dealing.
가보지.
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
To clean up, dominate, oppose. Oh, goodness. Alright, Cloud Cutter. Oh, that's just busted.
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
My guy just slayed someone outright.
거치적거리지만 마. 빈틈투성이로군.
Now I am curious. This is the last stage. I'm under the assumption that we're going to have to repeat this dungeon over and over again in order to collect all of the plushes that are requested of us.
예측대로군. 쓰러졌고.
Oof. Oh, there's a hard mode dungeon after. I mean, how hard are we talking here? Because if the hard mode dungeon is going to take out 2 units, assuming that we're trying to maximize our like plushie collection or plushie efficiency, assuming that we have both Ryoshu and not Gregor and Sinclair's ego, because we get the other 2 for free. Oh, you can't. Oh, you don't get all of them leveled up. They just...
예리한 검으로 하는 예술
Interesting.
보고 싶었나?
내가 응원하는 게 도움이 되긴 하려나? 힘내긴 해보자고.
거치적거리지만 마. 예측대로군.
You level them to 30 with 1 battle so you can level them up, but I always just go for events to go faster. Yeah, no, I agree. I think that events are preferred if you're trying to save time. I'm just surprised that they have it that way. Did they remove for these dungeons the level up events? They'd have to, right? In order to balance the stage properly?
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
직접 나서지. 꽤 잘 갈렸고.
I mean, Hong Lu is dealing all. There's special chicken events instead of healing or levels that give special items. So these are the special chicken events, I'm assuming. A bright spotlight shines in a portion of the noisy area. It seems as though the chickens are attending a ball. That's the tango. Looking at their movements, which might be a dance or a tussle, you notice sauce leaking from one of them. Doesn't seem to be aware of this. Alert it truthfully. Give a few subtle hints. You saw nothing. I mean, heed me. Sauce is leaking from from thy body. Don't shout it that loud, you dummy. Notified of its leakage, the chicken quickly ran its wings over its back, or what appeared to be its back, rather. Sadly, the knot had loosened in its stitching. Does it mean it can't do it on its own? Approaching with a trail of sauce dripping behind, it held some thread and needle in its hand or wings. Does it want you to stitch it back? The chicken, holding some stitching supplies, pleads with chicky eyes. Someone has to do this. Those eyes cannot be ignored. Probably this, right? Perfect. Ryoshu hesitantly stepped forward. Taking the needle and thread, the sinner sat behind the chicken. With awkward but careful hands, they began to stitch the seam with a standard method. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to feel the pain of the needle. Once the sewing was done, it hopped into Ryoshu's lap as if to thank them. Ryoshu was pleasantly perplexed. Contaminated needle and thread. Each turn, the first skill to deal damage to an enemy inflicts bleed by 1/3 of the damage dealt. That's busted. What? Some folks are blocking the way. They're sitting on a deck yelling at each other. Look at this succulent piece, the rich juice running down the fibers of luscious meat. This is what chicken is about. Wrong. This piece is a clean taste, with not an ounce of grease tainting the tongue. This is the real deal. The two turn around at the same time to face you. You there, tell us which is better. Chicken's chicken, duh. The breast, of course, unsullied and spotless. Gotta be the drumsticks, all rich and juicy. I mean, it's gonna be the breast. It's fat, not just juice. The breast is healthy, light, comes in hefty servings, and is easy to eat. It's obviously the reasonable choice. The person holding a piece of chicken breast pleasantly remarked, "Here's a reward for you. Take this breast." A sizable piece was brought out of the bucket. Best of luck with your gains. I hope you stay healthy. Unsure of what you're supposed to gain, you left the table with the chicken breast. When inflicting rupture with skill effects, inflict 5 rupture count. I mean, that there's only one person that's going to benefit with this, which is going to be it's going to be Otis, but that's awesome.
제가 원하는 대로 베어버려도 되나요?
최선을 다해보지. 아이, 방금 벌레 말은 듣지 않다는 사람 누구야?
거치적거리지만 마.
There we go.
한방 먹였네.
I mean, I think that the thread worked just fine. Jesus. Particular. Or no, cloud cutter.
거치적거리지만 마.
Cloud cutter didn't do more because that enemy had 4 counts of 14 blood. Or 17 counts now.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
예측대로고. 꽤 잘 갈렸고.
되는 건 즐겁네요.
Yeah, that is
기세를 모아서
That is a wild amount of damage.
정화.
쓰러졌군.
How many stages are in this dungeon? I'm assuming that it's, you know, the 3 stages, right? Or is it just the 1? Right. The bloodstains decorating it are a telling sign of all the time spent. In spite of that, it stands with its arms wide, endeavoring to fulfill its duty of giving hugs. Oh, just one, it's fast? Okay, perfect. Then hopefully we can defeat this thing here, and I will probably call it for the stream once we're done. I'm seeing visions I've never seen. These must be the owner's memories.
충격을 받아서 부분적으로 기억을 잃어버렸던 장면일 수도 있겠군요.
후, 찾아내기 힘들었어. 특급 비밀 레시피라고 해서 매우 철저하게 숨겨져 있을 줄 알았는데.
그건 우리 식당 레시피? 어떻게 찾아낸 거지?
This dude is like built. He's massive.
스파이를 확인했다. 최저 시급으로도 1시간 일찍 나와서 오픈 준비를 해줄 아르바이트생이 진짜로 존재할 거라고 생각했나?
Oh, I see. Yulong has his own recipe, and Bodhisattva came in and took it.
왜 이런 짓을?
어쩔 수 없어. 본사에서 제시한 만큼의 실적을 못 낸다면 우리 가게는 문을 닫을 수밖에 없다고.
그래도 레시피는 전부 내 머릿속에 있어. 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반.
소용없어. 개념 소각기에 넣을 생각이거든. 머릿속 기억까지 영영 사라지겠지.
What in the world? The concept incinerator?
안 돼! 설탕 2스푼, 간장 1스푼 반에.
그러니까 내가 경고했을 때 일찌감치 가게를 접었어야지.
설탕 아니 설탕이 맞았나?
그 자식. 첫인상부터 마음에 들지 않았어. 검내 금포 붙였을 때부터 알아보았지.
NSIB plastered over his wall.
개념 소각기에 넣었다면 레시피는 영영 되찾을 수 없다고 봐야겠네요.
개념 소각기가 뭐? 아니야. 이스마의 표정을 보니까 그다지 묻고 싶지 않아졌어.
네?
개념 소각기라 한다면 기술을 영구 소멸할 수 있는 대표적인 기술이요. 이를테면 파우스트 양이 메피스토펠레스를 발명하기 전의 상태로 돌아가는 것이지.
시간이 되돌아가는 건가요?
아니요. 그저 머릿속에서 없던 일이 되어버릴 뿐.
Interesting.
기술과 관련되어 있는 모든 문서, 사진, 아주 작고 작은 부품 조각, 파우스트 양의 기억까지 뭉개지거나 사라지는 것이요.
But how does it know? How would it know?
해당 특이점 소각기 제품의 비용에 따라 효과와 범위가 다르지만요.
Okay.
양념이었는지 간장 양념이었는지 설탕이 주재료였는지 아니면 소금이었는지 아무것도 남지 않아. 심지어 이제 노력해봤자 아무 소용없어. 모두 헛소리.
마음부터 물러터졌군. 은봉? 그딴 촌스러운 이름이나 걸고 하니까 장사가 안 된.
은봉은 우리 어머니.
말 너무 심.
본래 촌스러울수록 정감이 있는 법이지.
Nice save, Otis.
문제는 알량한 네 마음가짐이다.
Just why are you so eager to start fights?
그 글러먹은 태도를 고쳐주지.
Otis is a real one. She's a ride or die. Okay.
해보자고.
I mean, the first attack has to be on you. Because I want to take advantage of the bleed bonus. 1. You are hitting this. Cloud Cutter on you. Or no, Cloud Cutter on you. It'd be better to do Cleave on you. Perfect. Oh, this is fantastic. Good, good, good.
예측대로
Perfect.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
I already got rid of the bleed, but I can continue to stack damage onto him that way.
이 기세를 모아서 뚫어보자고.
This? Yeah. And then Cloud Cutter for neutral.
승리를 위해서라면 역시 모르네.
Okay, Cloud Cutter. Ooh.
한방 먹였네. 이
Now we're
기세를
just
모아서
dealing with the
뚫어보자고.
one enemy here. And I'm using Cloud Cutter. Oh, this is gonna be gross. That. Because I don't have any. This.
재미는 없겠지만 그렇게 할게요.
Oof.
좋아. 도입하기에 성공했어. 계속 몰아붙이자고. 한방 먹였네.
I mean, it just died to 61 bleed. That's why Kurokumo is busted. Just one of the most broken.
어느샌가 중요한 사실들을 잊고 있었다. 그래, 내가 궁극적으로 만들고 싶었던 치킨은 어머니조차 맛있게 드실 수 있는 그런 치킨이었다. 그 한없이 까다로웠던 입맛까지도 만족시킬 수 있는. 아니, 사실 알고 있었다. 엄마가 치킨을
Thank
드시지
you.
않는 건 넉넉지 못했던 우리 집의 사정 때문이었음을. 그래서 우리 집에는 항상 쿠폰이 쌓여 있었다. 10개를 모으면 하나를 공짜로 받을 수 있는. 어머니는 그걸 모으고 또 모아서 당신은 입에도 대지 않을 고작 치킨 한 마리를 먹이기 위해. 응? 피자 쿠폰이었네.
엄마는 치킨보단 피자파야.
정신이.
He's back to normal.
좋은 작전이었다. 당근과 채찍. 군사 작전에서 종종 써먹기도 하는.
그게 작전이었나요? 그냥 평소처럼 호되게 막말하고 선제 공격을 한 거랑 무슨 차이가?
나와 예송 소년만이 눈치챈 기류지. 잘 따라와줬다.
감사합니다, 오티스님.
You almost called him a rookie, didn't you?
감사합니다. 덕분에 새 출발을 할 수 있을 것 같아요. 중요한 건 레시피가 아니었어요. 누군가를 위하는 마음. 설사 그 형태가 피자일지라도 정성만 담겨 있다면 손님들은 좋아해 줄 거예요.
So he's pivoted from the chicken business to the pizza business.
저 치킨집에서 무제한 이용권을 준다고 했단 말이야. 어쩔 거야?
나 지금쯤이면 닭다리를 종류별로 뜯고 있을 줄 알았어.
큰 건 아니지만 이걸 받아주세요.
The owner of Yunbang's gave us a packaged box.
단 하나밖에 없는 귀한 보물입니다.
하나밖에 없는 걸 우리가 받아도 되겠는가?
여러분이 아니었다면 식당을 다시 열지도 못했을 테니까 보답이라고 생각해 주세요.
그렇게 해서 뒤틀림도 해결하고 이 보물을 얻게 된 것이요. 어떻소? 깊은 감명에 말을 잇지 못하는 중이요.
우리들은 음봉이네로 향했다네부터 듣지 않았어.
아예 처음부터 듣지 않은 거였어.
어차피 파우스트가 보고서를 올릴 텐데 못하러 니들의 수다 따위를 들어주고 있어야 하지.
그쪽은 신경 끄고 동키. 우린 빨리 이 상자를 풀어봐야지. 뭐가 들어있을까나?
Surrounded by sinners full of anticipation, the lid of the box was removed.
하나밖에 없는 마스코트 인형 봉이입니다. 쓸 일이 있지 않을까 하여 만들었는데 이렇게 드리게 되어 기쁘네요. 웃음.
아니야, 이럴 리 없어. 인형 배를 갈라보면
This is our mascot now. He didn't look like the kind of person to prepare that sort of surprise.
처치곤란해서 우리한테 그냥 처분한 거 아닐까?
그 소각기인가 뭔가에 버리자.
A hand gently tugged at the doll. Heathcliff was dripping with ferocious rage.
이 승객 마음에 들어.
대체 어디가 마음에 든다는?
눈 말고는 아무것도 갖고 있지 않잖아. 그게 좋아.
그래, 그럼 된 거지. 인형은 버리지 마.
눈 말고 아무것도 없다기에는 팔다리랑 몸통도 있다.
Like that, the chicken plushie we got instead of free chickens for life earned its spot on the bus.
네, 동랑 소장. 뒤틀림은 무사히 해결되었습니다. 직접 확인했습니다.
Alright. Now we've got something pretty interesting here. So Samjo is an individual that appeared in the beginning of this story, and he was sort of this city slicker type character.
처음엔 조금 믿었지 못해 보였는데 이야기를 나누셔도 좋을 것 같습니다. 네, 이제 저들을 데려오겠습니다.
Okay, so this is how they're going to link chapter 3.5 to chapter 4.
이제 어떡하죠?
전
This is our city slicker character.
문장을 싫어합니다.
저 식당이 문을 다시 열면 우리 가게에 손님이 빠져나갈 겁니다. 그럼 할당량을 못 채우게 될 거고.
훔친 레시피를 개념 소각기에 넣었을 때부터 살아남을 궁리를 해두셨어야죠. 도둑질을 하려거든 집주인도 못 알아채게 해라. 이 속담도 모르십니까?
그런 건 모르는데
네, 제가 방금 만들어낸 말이거든요. 다음부터 그럼 이만 손님들 맞을 준비를 해야.
And before long, we got dragged into a mess of unprecedented scale. I am very excited to see what happens next. Chapter 4 is going to be a lot of fun.
이 정도면 피는 만족할 만큼 본 것 같군.
Right, we got our bonuses here. And with this is hard mode, but I from here, hold it.
나는 너무 걱정하지 말고
Thank you for joining me
상관이 고된 일을 맡는 게 당연한 일이지.
in this endeavor. It was a lot of fun having you all around for the stream, going through the tail end of Hell's Chicken. I'm looking forward to seeing what the difficulty of the hard mode dungeon has in store, and I look forward to Chapter 4 and what that entails. Thank you all for visiting the stream, and I hope that you have a nice night. Sleep well, and happy 420.